We continue our series looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly for each team across Major League Baseball. Today, the team we're discussing, the San Diego Padres. So, let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And we begin looking for the San Diego Padres at the good. And obviously, when you look at the Padres, the good is definitely with Juan Soto. The acquisition of Juan Soto is such a huge difference maker for the San Diego Padres team. I think that when you look at this generational type talent, there is no doubt about it that there is a lot to love about having this player on your team for the next 2.5 postseasons, opportunities at least, for the San Diego Padres. You pair him with a guy like Manny Machado in that lineup, and you really have a dynamic duo that can do some serious damage in a postseason series. I think that you also add in his special ability at the plate, and that filters out throughout the lineup. Not only that, you also acquired the services of Josh Bell right along with him. Having these three players in the middle of your order for the San Diego Padres is a definite difference maker. Bringing in a guy like Juan Soto can have lasting and definite impacts for the postseason in the National League and the National League West. So there's very little question and very little doubt that Juan Soto is definitely a positive for the San Diego Padres. Now, as we look at the bad for the San Diego Padres, while one deal that they made at the deadline was good in the acquisition of Juan Soto, one was not so much, and that was the acquisition of Josh Hader. Hader has struggled since being acquired by the San Diego Padres, and you have to begin to question whether this was something that was long in the making. The Milwaukee Brewers would shock the world by trading away Josh Hader, something that was looked at as a very questionable move. However, now in retrospect, in recent retrospect, it looks as if this was a smart move on the Brewers' part. For San Diego, now you have to figure out what is going on with Josh Hader. Is it just a change of scenery that has disrupted his ability, or is it something deeper and something more? This is going to be something that they're going to have to try to figure out, because a deep postseason run is something that the Padres are expecting to have now that they have leveraged their farm system in acquiring Josh Hader, Juan Soto, and Josh Bell. So there's going to be a lot of expectations and a lot of pressure now on the left arm of Josh Hader, and being able to get that figured out is going to be a benefit to the Padres, but right now things are not looking the best light for that deal. As we look at the downright ugly for the San Diego Padres, there's very little question. Fernando Tatis Jr. 80-game performance-enhancing drug suspension is a very big blemish for the organization. Fernando was working his way back towards this lineup, towards the postseason. Being able to have a quartet of superstars like Juan Soto, Manny Machado, Josh Bell, and adding in Fernando Tatis Jr. was only going to serve this team and this organization to absolutely go after the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are the head of the division and the head of the league. By now having Fernando suspended for 80 games, half of a season, because of this PED suspension, it also adds a blemish not only to the Padres, but also to Fernando in his career. Looking at what this player could have been for Major League Baseball, this could have been the second coming of Alex Rodriguez. But now here we are as the second coming of Alex Rodriguez. And that's not a knock on either player. Both are very much in my top 10 in terms of shortstops that I absolutely have loved to watch throughout their careers. But there's no doubt about it that this will leave a lasting mark against Fernando, and not in the positive way. I think that when you look at what this player could have been for this lineup, now there will always be a question as to how good he truly is. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What are your feelings about the good, the bad, and the ugly for the San Diego Padres? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19 to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with We Sibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting that red subscribe button on all 3 channels. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code PADRES to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season as we continue to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of each and every team across Major League Baseball, as well as the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.